Welcome back guys to another video by Any Motion, and today we'll be discussing the main reason why Roger and Garp have to team up in order to bring down XEBEC. Before we move on to the main video, I would like to request everyone to subscribe to our channel Any Motion. This motivates us to make even more videos for all of your entertainment. So do consider subscribing to our channel Any Motion. And with that, let's get into the video. We all know the infamous battle that took place in God Valley between XEBEC and a team up of Roger and Garp. Before we knew anything about XEBEC, we all thought he's going to be a perfect picture image or a perfect idol of Blackbeard, as Blackbeard's ship is named after XEBEC and it is called the savior of XEBEC. But after this twisted flashback, which started as a story of King Herald, and now it is going towards the flashback of the most anticipated part, that is the God Valley incident. Now, since every one of us know that Rox was not a picture perfect image of Blackbeard, so why did someone like Roger and Garp have to team up in order to bring down Rox? For instance, we also know that Roger and Rox went to the island for the very same reason of saving Shaki. So what could possibly go wrong in order to make Roger to take up arms against Rox in such a dire situation? There could be many reasons for that, but we are going to speculate on 3 different reasons in the video. Let's go with the first one. The first reason is very plain and simple, and it has been floating around in the One Piece circle like Reddit and X for a very long time. That is the power of Domi Riverside. It was first introduced to us by Imu, who is now taken over the body of Gunko. So if you don't know what happens in this Domi Riverside type of attack, it generally makes a person, let's say he's a good person, he's going to be bad after the spell is being cast onto them. We see that happen to both the giant warrior pirates, that is Dory and Brocky. So it is not rocket science to think that Imu would actually invade God Valley at some point and Domi Riverside Rox, who is arguably the strongest person currently in the island, and after being Domi Riverside, Rox actually go berserk, and in order to actually save everyone else in the island, Roger and Garp have to team up by putting aside their personal differences and to actually bring down a Domi Riverside Rox. This is also kind of poetic that Rox, person who freaking went into the flower room and threatens Imu, has been changed to a very different person by that same person, aka Imu. Now this is a very solid way to make the battle between Rox versus Roger and Garp an epic fight, but there are also 2 other ways which we'll be talking right now. So now the second reason why 2 rivals, that is Roger and Garp, team up in order to take out Rox, that is Rox did not get Domi Riverside, but instead he actually got berserk in a real manner. Now how could that happen? It is very simple. Rox's lover, his wife, is in the island currently being offered in the hunting game as a very special rare rabbit along with other members of the DAVY clan. So what if Rox's wife was murdered or slaughtered by someone like a god knight or a celestial dragon right in front of him? What would Rox's general reaction would be? It is very simple. He just went berserk after seeing his loved person die in front of him. And this Rox would do everything in his power to kill everyone in the island, especially the celestial dragons. But he would also likely kill everyone, those who are innocent and even people in his own crew. And after seeing this kind of manslaughter, Roger could not hold back his own ambition and angers. So he could probably team up with someone like Garp, who is also Roger's rival by the way, to actually bring down XEBEC, all for the safety of the normal civilians. This could also be the reason why everyone in the world of piracy knows Rox as a forgettable character or a forgettable nightmare like Whitebeard, Big Mom or Kaido, as they don't know who Rox's actual wife is, and they would never know the reason why Rox actually went berserk and actually killed a lot of innocent people in God Valley. And this could be the turning point if he kills anyone in his crew, that his whole crew turns against him and left him to die in that island. But with that reason aside, let's talk about the last point. The fight between Roger and Garp versus XEBEC never actually took place, and it was a manifestation of misinformation presented to us by the world government. Think about it this way, something so huge could have happened in that island that the world government actually had to do something else or make something else the highlight of the whole island, those who were there to witness that, because the world world government can easily seize any document related to God Valley Island, but they cannot keep everyone's mouth shut in that island. As we have seen so many times in the story, for example, Rox's presence was told to us by none other than the current fleet admiral of that time, Sengoku. So you can easily erase document related to it, but in order to make everyone shut their mouth, you have to highlight anything else related to that island, then what actually happened in that island. So with our big old tinfoil hat on, let's see what could have actually happened. For that, we could easily point fingers to Saint Saturn himself, who is, by the way, one of the 5 elder stars at that time. Currently he is being replaced by Figarland Garling. But as we have seen in Egghead Island, Saint Saturn could easily summon every other Gorosei in their demonic form in any place he desires. So what could have possibly stopped him to actually summon every Gorosei in that very island to save everyone, including himself, from a combined effort from both Roger pirates as well as Rocks pirates? And after seeing the real forms of the Gorosei, Monkey D. Dragon could have actually taken up arms against them. And this could be the very place where he actually changes his mind and make up the revolutionary army idea in his head. Let's not talk about that. We are going to make a very separate video of what could have happened to Dragon in order for him to make the revolutionary army some other time. But let's get back onto the video and think that if the 5 Gorosei in their demonic form were actually present to challenge Roger pirates and as well as the Rocks pirate, both of the pirate group have to combine their strength in order to fight against the powerhouses of the Gorosei. And this very battle would have probably been clouded by the Gorosei or any other celestial dragons and make up the whole fight between Rocks versus Roger and Garp. While the real fight could have been Roger and Rocks team up against the Gorosei. Fun fact, we could also replace the Goroseis with Emu, and it could be that Emu actually appeared in that freaking island and he actually was the person to kill someone like Rocks. Now everyone listening could actually speculate on how Rox's cycle of life was actually a pretty big cycle where he challenged Emu, then he was actually murdered by Emu. With that, we are at the end of today's video. For everyone who watched this far, we from Anymotion are really thankful to all of you. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel Anymotion and share this video with your fellow anime as well as One Piece fans. With that, I'm out. Peace.